The Bitcoin chart is looking very scary right now. Is Bitcoin ready for $40,000 or is Bitcoin maybe still going towards a new all-time high in September? In today's video, I will be providing you guys with a trade idea on both Bitcoin and on Ethereum. Last week's weekly outlook played out absolutely perfect. I told you guys to be very cautious over here. Why did I tell you guys so? Because we still had that massive draw on liquidity to the downside, which was resting beneath this flat daily candle over here, and the fact that we had this huge wick to the downside right over here. I've been telling you guys for weeks that Bitcoin wasn't going to bottom like this over here. With such a big wick to the downside on the daily time frame, that's not the way that Bitcoin bottoms, right? Because we know that these massive wicks over here, they tend to be a massive draw on liquidity. So I was telling you guys that we were likely going to fill 50% of that wick on the daily, which we have not done yet, and that we were also going to fill 50% of that wick on the weekly time frame, which we actually did do right over here. And besides that, we also had that flat daily candle right over here, which we have taken out so far as well. So we have taken out two massive draws on liquidity. We have taken out the flat daily candle over here, and we have filled 50% of that weekly wick over here. But I still do expect this daily wick to get filled for 50% as well. So a lot of people right now can see the sweep of the liquidity of that flat daily candle. A lot of people right now can see the sweep of that liquidity beneath this low over here. So a lot of people are potentially expecting the Bitcoin top to be in. But I'm kind of expecting the Bitcoin bottom not to be in just yet, right? I'm expecting this 50% wick fill level on the daily to get hit as well. So what does that mean? It means that I'm looking for shorts this week. It means that, yes, we do have plenty of buy-side liquidity resting right over here above all of these highs, right? But I know that the bigger draw on liquidity is still to the downside and is still that 50% wick fill level on the daily time frame, right? Now, what we can see over here is that we are slowly engineering liquidity locally as well. Because what we can see over here is that we put in this low, right? And then we put in this high over here, higher low, higher high. So what is happening over here is that we are creating a fake break of structure. Why is this a fake break of structure? Because this high over here did not bring us to a new low compared to this low, they brought us to that high. So it was a completely insignificant high to break and therefore a fake break of structure. But retail traders identify this as a valid break of structure. So what do? They break out long the price of Bitcoin over here, and then they have their stop loss resting either beneath this low or beneath this low right over here, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that we cannot go and attack this high over here, because I think there's plenty of buy-side liquidity resting right over here as well. Now, personally, I don't trade Mondays. I prefer to let price action develop on Mondays and probably even on Tuesdays and sometimes even Wednesdays. But especially on Monday, I'm just going to let price action develop. There's two potential scenarios that I'm looking to trade. If we get a pump today on a Monday, I'm looking to fade this pump right over here, target the 50% wick fill level over here to the downside. If we get a Monday dump today into that 50% wick fill level, I'm looking to buy Bitcoin. I'm looking for a long position on Bitcoin right over here around that 50% wick fill level with my invalidation beneath the wick and my target being a brand new all-time high for Bitcoin. I know that this seems very ambitious to a lot of people, but I think that this is a completely valid setup. Now, obviously, later on, we can discuss potential signs of strength. For example, once we reclaim this pivotal range low area over here, or once we reclaim those pivotals, our 4 EMAs, the 100 and 200 EMA over here, right? So let's say we bounce over here. Signs of strength would be if we reclaim these EMAs, if we reclaim this range low and then send it higher, but those are all signs for later on. For now, I think, and I will explain that with the potential Ethereum chart in a little bit as well, is that if we are going to get a dump over here into the 50% wick fill level, I'm looking for buys, right? Why? There's two reasons. First off, and that's the main reason, obviously, is the fact that we are going to fill that wick for 50%, and that usually provides a strong bounce. The second reason, if we switch on the RSI indicator, we can see that if we are going to form a lower low over here, we are probably going to form a higher low on the RSI, which means that we are forming a bullish divergence on the 4-hourly time frame. Now, this is usually a strong sign for a potential bottom as well. And if we are going to move our ass towards the daily, we can see that on the daily we are slowly but surely already forming a bullish divergence. Price action always use the candle closes, are forming a lower low, while the RSI on the daily is forming a higher low. So both the daily and 4-hour RSI in that case will probably start to form a bullish divergence once we are going to fill that 50% wick fill level. And there's actually a third reason as well. And this is a reason not a lot of people understand when they look at charts. But get into the mind of the retail trader, get into the mind of traders in general. Right? The traders that are currently holding shorts or that are looking to accumulate shorts. Where are these people looking to take profit on their short position? They are looking to take profit obviously at the bottom of that wick, right? They spot this massive wick on the daily time frame right over here, right? And where are they looking to take profit if they're jumping into shorts? Obviously at the bottom of that wick. That's the most obvious place to take profit on their shorts. Now by front running the bottom of that wick, what is going to happen is that the people that are looking to jump into shorts over here, or that are looking to jump into shorts if we get another push down, or maybe even they jumped into shorts already somewhere around this area. If they're not able to take profit on their position over here, it means that their position is still running. It means that the stop loss of their position, that is for example resting above this high over here, or is for example resting above this high over here, those stop losses, they still exist if they are not able to take profit on their short. So by front running that wick, it is actually quite bullish, right? Because shorts don't get the opportunity to take profit. So to sum up, if we are going to get a sweep into that 50% wick fill level over here on the daily time frame, I think it is a massive potential buy and long opportunity for Bitcoin, and I think we should definitely capitalize on this opportunity that I've been waiting on for weeks, right? And then we target new all-time highs for Bitcoin and probably even beyond. Now let's first discuss how this idea on Bitcoin is going to align with our idea on Ethereum. Because if Bitcoin is going to form a higher low, like I just discussed, at the same time I want Ethereum to make a lower low over here, right? We can also see that if we compare the Ethereum chart to the Bitcoin chart, the Ethereum chart has already filled over 50% of the daily wick, and that the Ethereum chart is quite close to taking out the bottom of this wick, which means that if Bitcoin is going to see another push down over here, Ethereum is probably going to take the bottom of this wick. But that is exactly what I want to see. Why? There's two reasons for that. First off, there's a lot of liquidity resting beneath the wick itself, but also beneath this wick over here, and I would like to mitigate the liquidity pool on Ethereum to make people extremely bearish, right? And second of all, if Ethereum is going to form a lower low over here, right, and Bitcoin at the same time is going to form a higher low on Bitcoin's chart, right, like this, we are going to form a massive SMT divergence on a daily time frame. An SMT divergence is when Bitcoin forms a higher low and Ethereum forms a lower low, or when Ethereum forms a higher low and Bitcoin forms a lower low. Now this is usually a strong potential indicator for a potential bottom, but vice versa also for a potential top. So I would like to see that SMT divergence on the daily time frame, in which I would like Ethereum to form a lower low over here, and at the same time I would like Bitcoin to form a higher low, right? Now at the same time, we are also going to mitigate this massive liquidity pool over here, but that's not all for Ethereum. At the same time, Ethereum on the daily time frame over here is also going to tap into this high time frame daily breaker block over here, which is exactly aligning right beneath that massive liquidity pool that I just marked out. So if Ethereum is going to indeed mitigate the liquidity pool and tap into this breaker block over here, it is likely to form a bottom, it is likely to start reversing, and it is likely to start forming new all-time highs, also according to the cycles and all of that. I'm still expecting a very, very bullish Q4. I warned you guys that we were going to fill that wick on daily on both Ethereum and on Bitcoin, and we indeed did fill that wick already on Ethereum, and we are close to filling that wick on Bitcoin. Now if Ethereum is going to take out all of this liquidity, I wouldn't necessarily set limits, because I cannot really find a clean invalidation for Ethereum. So where I am probably going to set limits for Bitcoin, at the same time I would like Ethereum to show me some signs of strength over here inside of my POI on the 4-hourly time frame, and if I get clear signs of a reversal, I will play the higher low with my invalidation beneath that local low, and I will target new yearly highs for Ethereum, but eventually new all-time highs for Ethereum as well. And as you guys can see, that offers a massive RR of approximately, let's say 20, which is obviously a huge trade if you are able to hop into it.